Have you still been contemplating getting locks and your main question is, what is my hair going to look like in 1 year? What's next? We're going to get into all the content on today. Thanks for showing up. Let's get started. I'm Marquita, your Loc'd Journey advocate. Thanks for liking, thanks for sharing, thanks for subscribing. Let's get into the content. Hey YouTube, it's Marquita, your Loc'd Journey advocate. What is going on? So today we are getting back to all things locks, and we are going to be talking about what to expect, what is next for you as you are going and embarking upon your lock journey, going into 1 year locks. Congratulations. If you are already there, keep pushing. I'm so excited for you. So we are going to be getting into all the things. I have top 10 things that you should look forward to, the things that you should be evaluating, some things that you should be understanding as you are going into 1 year lock. So let's get into the content. Number one, your hair may not be fully locked yet. And I get this from a lot of clients, like, what do you mean? How long is it going to take for my hair to lock? I'm telling you, it may take a little while. And that's okay. It's okay. Everybody's hair is different. So what causes your hair to lock more so is your curl pattern, the whole process of your washes. Like, water definitely helps your hair to lock, as well as just your natural curl pattern. That curl pattern is really what's going to decipher if your hair is going to lock sooner or later. Those ladies that have 4C hair or a little more dense hair, a lot tighter curl patterns, their hair seems to lock a lot faster than my sisters that have the 3C hair, 3B hair. Their hair is loosely coiled and it takes a lot more time for your hair to lock. So don't be discouraged, please. It's going to lock. It's going to lock. It's going to lock. Even though it may not be locked yet and you're a year in, it's going to lock. Don't worry. Number two, have you noticed a change in how your locks look? By this time, you should be noticing a change in how your locks look. They should be looking a lot fuller. They may be hanging a lot lower. Your locks may look different, which is a good thing. They're supposed to mature. Now you're into the maturing phase. So as your locks begin to grow and they begin to spruce and things of that nature, and they begin to swell, they will begin to mature. And that's what the whole maturing stage is. Up until a year is when your hair begins to mature. So they're going to start looking a little bit different. It's going to start looking a little bit like a locky. Like now it's starting to look like locks. Before they used to look like little strands of braids or something. But now it's starting to look like locks. So I want you to be encouraged that your hair is starting to look different because it's maturing. Number three, what have been some inconsistencies within the past year that have caused the status of your locks today? So this question is more so for those who have not been consistent with their lock journey. If you inconsistencies are being inconsistent in your retightenings, being inconsistent in washings, being inconsistent in braiding and banding, being inconsistent in wearing your bonnet at night. What things have you noticed? Have you noticed a lot more lint? Have you noticed that your hair, your scalp, is having some issues and you're having a lot of itching and things of that nature? You haven't been wearing your cap, things of that nature. Or in the wintertime, you notice that you wear a lot more hats and a lot more scarves. That's causing the lint in the back of your neck. So there's some things that you have been inconsistent with, which is causing you to have these situations happen within a year of your locks being locked. So these are some things that you need to really focus on right now before you get into the 2 year, 3 year, 5 year mark. And then these things are continuing to snowball. And then at that point, it's just like, should I just cut my locks off and start over? Because these things have caused me to kind of reevaluate what I want to do with my hair. So let's just focus on that. Number four, how has your attitude changed about your hair? This is a big one because for a lot of our Black sisters and brown sisters who embark on this lock journey, a lot of us have been in situations where we feel like we don't like our hair. We've never really had a positive role model or a positive outlook on what our hair looks like or what it should be. Or if we did, we have a lot of hair and we're not sure how to maintain it. So what has been your attitude towards your hair since being locked for 1 year almost, or 1 year already? Has your attitude changed? Are you loving your hair now? Are you excited about your hair? Are you excited to try new styles? Are you excited when you get your hair retightened? Do you feel like a brand new woman? Like, Are you feeling these feelings? Because if you are, you're on the right track. Congratulations. You're on the right track. You're doing the right things. These things are things that we as women go through from time to time with our hair, especially if it's hard to maintain and hard to manage. But I'm telling you, if you stay on the right track, you're going to love the way your locks turn out. Trust me. Number 5, swelling will happen. For some clients, I noticed that when they have, mainly those clients that are 3C, have the looser curl pattern, they don't get much swelling. They don't get much swelling, but they get some swelling. And swelling is literally when your locks begin to slightly open up, but they're starting to lock. They're starting to intermingle and intertwine, and they're really starting to lock. So that's when the swelling happens. And that happens usually around this time when you're almost at a year, your hair begins to swell, and that's because all the saturation with your with washing your hair and things of that nature. So swelling will happen. Don't worry, if you haven't seen it yet, it will. It might not be a lot of swelling, but there will be some swelling there to help with the lock journey. Next one, number 6. Budding at the end of the lock. So have you noticed any little balls? I have like a little something right here. It's not really a little something right there. It's called budding at the end of the lock. So you know, once you got your hair locked the very first time, for those that have interlocks or sister locks, and you have that loose hair at the end, that's where the budding is going to begin. That budding is going to cause a little ball to be at the end of your locks, and eventually that little ball is going to fall, and then your locks will be completely locked like this one. So you don't have to worry about, if this budding yet, will it bud? What should I be looking for? It'll be like a little ball at the end. You don't have to pick it off. It's going to fall off eventually. But if you want to pick it off, it's okay. It's not a big deal. But budding will happen for just about most of your locks. Now, I do have a couple clients that are, that have budded. Some parts of their hair have budded and some haven't. It's because of your curl pattern. If your curl pattern is not really loosely, tightly coiled like those women that have 4C hair, then it may not bud as soon as those like in different parts of your hair. So it's okay, no worries. But budding will happen also as swelling. Number 7 is a big one. Can I color my locks? A lot of women ask this at the 1 year mark or going into the 1 year mark. And what I would say, it all depends on your process so far. Remember how I said in the beginning that most of your locks are not completely locked yet. So you just want to be mindful of that, because putting dyes and things of that nature in your hair can cause your hair to have adverse reactions. But if it's already locked or it's getting to that process, I would say just try it. Try a rinse. Try something that can come out to see how you may like it. And if it does happen to work out the way you want to, then you can put in a permanent. And if your locks are looking fine, everything is going well, congratulations. Now you can lock your hair. You can, as you locked your hair, now you can dye your hair. So just be careful, especially with bleaching. You want to be careful with bleaching your locks and things of that nature. Try something very subtle, a nice color, nothing too crazy, nothing too strenuous on your locks, because you want to keep them, you want to keep them up. This is your investment. Another one that I've been hearing a lot about, what about lock extensions? No harm, no foul against lock extensions. Me personally, I just stay with your natural locks. I understand you want them to look long, you want them to look luscious, you want them to already be locked. But for me personally, for your hair to transform and grow the way it should naturally, leave the lock extensions alone. It's okay to want to get them and try them out, but I would just say leave them alone. You can get them. I'm not saying you can't. You can get them. If you do, please go to a reputable person that knows how to do lock extensions. I personally don't do them. I've never learned the process. But if you know someone who has done them on someone before and their work has lasted, I would say go to that person. I know there's a lot that goes into it. Get all the information. As you did with your lock journey before you got started, get all the information you need with these lock extensions so you know what to look forward to. You know what's going to happen in the next months to come. I'm not sure if they fall out or if they get loose, things of that nature. So get all the information you need for these lock extensions before you put them in your hair. Number 9. My hair is not looking how I thought. I think I might cut it. That's a question that somebody may have. If it's not looking how you thought, what did you think your hair would look like? This is a whole part of going to a consultation. Consultations allow you to sit with your consultant to give them all the thoughts and feelings and things of that nature that you have about locks. And your consultant should be well informed enough to give you the information that they feel would be best for you. If they've been able to establish a rapport with you, they can give you all the good information and even the adverse information that you will need to understand about your hair, your specific hair curl pattern, and things of that nature, and what your hair will look like when it gets locked. Now, if you didn't do your research and you decided to come to your loctician, or you have a thought in your mind that you didn't reveal to your loctician, then when you don't see your hair looking a specific way that you wanted it to look, then it's going to be literally on you. You have to make sure you open your mouth, speak to your loctician, say, hey, this is a picture that I saw, and I really want my hair to look like this. Now, if you have low density, if you have, if your hair is a lot curlier, or if your hair is a lot coarser and you want a curly curl pattern, things of that nature, that's not how it works with locks. Locks is going to give you exactly what you have. And, it's not like braids where you can put in curly hair and things of that nature. Locks is whatever you have is what you have. So you want to be mindful of that and communicating that with your loctician so they can give you all the right information. And hopefully, prayerfully, none of you guys are going through this situation. It can be a little daunting for some people who are going through this, but hopefully none of you guys are going through this and you are loving your lock journey. Number 10, would you do it all again? Knowing what you've known for this past year. This is a good question. Sit with this. Ask yourself, would I do it all over? Would I do it all over? Knowing all the things that I need to know about washing my hair, about styling my hair, about color, about the time that it's going to take for it to lock. Would I do it all over again? And if your answer is no, totally understand. But if your answer is yes, that's amazing. That means that you are secure and knowing that your locks are going to be beautiful. They are going to be perfect in the way that they need to be, and that you are still excited even a year into your process about how your lock journey is going. So that's all I have for you today. Those are my top 10, what you should be expecting going into being a year locked. I pray that you guys are having a wonderful day. Listen, continue to push forward. It's just the beginning. You have so much more to look forward to with this lock journey. So I'll be able to speak to you guys soon. Be well. I'll see you soon.